Thanks for inviting us in. I'm Dustin Grove in tonight for Scott. Tonight, dealers at a Shelbyville casino say they have been dealt a bad hand and now they're threatening to strike. Alex Almanza shows us what pushed him to the edge.
What started as a family table has turned into a family feud. Dealers at Horseshoe Indianapolis say the game has changed.
These workers have decided that by 92%, that they would authorize a strike for recognition. And that's something that's completely legal under the National Labor Relations Act.
More than 200 dealers have authorized a strike after their union election was delayed by the government shutdown. The Teamsters say the casino declined a proposal to run the election with an outside supervisor. Horseshoe management has not confirmed that claim.
The clock is ticking, and Caesars is on the clock. So we're ready to go to the next level.
Dealers say it's not about pay, but about the right to organize.
It's also about 6 weeks to get certified with a state gambling license, and to be treated as an unskilled laborer, completely unfair, because we work hard on our craft and all of the dealers are so passionate about our job and our people.
Veteran dealers say the family atmosphere they once felt has disappeared.
I like coming into work. Now it's almost the complete opposite. I can't wait to get out of the building.
The Teamsters claim a strike could shut down table games if the casino doesn't recognize their bargaining unit. Horseshoe says it expects to keep operations running smoothly. Caesars Entertainment adding it, quote, values its long-standing relationship with labor unions, including those currently representing team members at Horseshoe Indianapolis. We remain committed to ensuring our team members can exercise their legally protected right to vote in a union election. With the NLRB still paused and no election date on the calendar, dealers say they're ready to strike until the casino sits down with them. In Shelbyville, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Alex, thank you. New tonight, a $100 million investment coming to Kokomo. Stellantis just announced plans to produce an all-new engine there. The move comes with more than 100 jobs. Production on that new engine is expected to start next year.
Well, we are watching the next weather system, really. The only thing we've been able to talk about for the past few days move our way. You'll start to notice it tonight. Temperatures are in the 60s for the most part. A few 50s have been showing up. What we're really going to be looking, though, is to the north and west. Cooler air here. This is where the cold front is located, and we're going to start to see these clouds begin to filter in overnight. I think by early morning, you'll be dealing with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies as this system slowly settles its way across Indiana. Partly cloudy. It's really more increasing clouds than anything else. It'll be mild overnight, mid-50s for most of you. I don't think we'll see very many 40s by early morning, especially as those clouds move in. And then a chance for some sprinkles about midday tomorrow. I'll talk a little bit more about this. I've got some new data that just came in on Future Track. I'll show that to you coming up and talk about Saturday's storms.
All right, we'll see you in a few, Rob. Thank you. Now to a deadly shooting in Georgia that claimed the life of a woman from Indianapolis, and the circumstances are head spinning. Logan Gay joins us now from the newsroom to break down what happened. Logan?
Yeah, Dustin, Erica Anderson's friends say this is a senseless tragedy, and investigators say it's a case of misidentification. I spoke tonight with Anderson's loved ones, still coming to terms with what happened. Erica Anderson's friends immediately jumped into action to pull together support and resources for her family. After our news gathering partners report she was tragically shot and killed by a roommate in Georgia on Monday. Authorities there are calling it a tragic case of mistaken identity.
She was accidentally shot by her roommate who had been receiving some terroristic threats to bodily harm and also to burn down her house from her son. She walked into the hallway with her pistol. She fired one shot and then fired another one and hit her roommate.
Erica was coming back after visiting her husband, Andy, and their 3 kids here in Indiana. Andy is currently undergoing prostate cancer treatments. To better support their family, Erica had taken a job as a theater professor at Columbus State University.
It was a hard choice to go down, just to go away from the family, but this was a good choice for her in order to build.
Now Andy's a single father. In a statement from the family, read by his friend Ben James, Andy says the family is devastated and heartbroken.
Our family is still in shock as we try to comprehend how something so horrific could happen. Erica was taken from us far too soon at only 41 years old. in an act of violence that never should have occurred.
Erica's friends say they'll never forget their final moments they shared with her this past weekend.
Like, she gave me a big hug that night, and it's just like, yeah, I missed this. We were already planning our December hot chocolate get together.
She's so creative, and we just had a wonderful time catching up.
And that's what they're choosing to focus on.
I don't want Erica to be known as the victim. I want Erica to be known for who she was, a beautiful, wonderful, intelligent woman.
Erica's 3 kids and husband are going to need a lot of support. The children are young and her husband is still recovering after having surgery to help treat his prostate cancer. They have started an online fundraiser to help with Erica's funeral expenses and help the family during this devastating time.
Absolutely heartbreaking. Logan, thank you. Tonight, for the first time, we are hearing from one of the victims of a drugstore shooting here in Indianapolis.
I called my store manager at that time and I said, I feel for our lives. And she said, call the police.
Investigators say this all started over a prescription at the CVS pharmacy. 46-year-old Terry Rowe Jr. now faces formal charges. It happened last Tuesday. A week ago tonight, October 7th, Jerry Brady works as a shift manager at the CVS along 10th Street. That night, she says she found somebody at the pharmacy counter berating an employee. Court documents say that pharmacy tech left the building, but the harassment continued. Police say when the tech's boyfriend showed up to give her a ride home, he's seen on surveillance video talking to Rowe. Then they say Rowe pulls a gun and starts shooting. Bullets hit the pharmacy tech and Brady, who was still inside.
My arm literally just flew back and I was losing so much blood they thought I was going to die.
Police say the pharmacy tech's boyfriend returned fire, shooting at Rowe. They say they released the boyfriend after questioning. Rowe is now charged with 11 counts, including aggravated battery. He's due in court Thursday morning. Fox Sports analyst Mark Sanchez is due back in court next week, and there could be a new judge in his case. New court documents show the Marion County judge assigned to the case has filed to recuse herself, although they didn't elaborate as to why. Sanchez is facing several charges, including felony battery. Police say he got into a fight with another man in downtown Indianapolis. Sanchez is expected to appear in court virtually. Well, this may be one of the wilder stories we've covered in a long time. A skull dating back thousands of years uncovered in Fayette County. And tonight we're getting some new insight into these old remains. The coroner says a man walking along the Whitewater River back in June made that unexpected discovery, a partial human skull under nearly 6 feet of sediment. There it is right there. He says they brought in researchers from UIndy and they confirmed the skull was from a fully grown human. Then came the researchers at the University of Georgia. They estimated the age.
At first I didn't know what I was looking at. I just, it was hard to believe. Studied it some more and got some different opinions, and yep, they were actually well over 4,000 years old.
Over 4,000 years old. The coroner is working now with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources and archaeologists to figure out where that skull came from. He believes the person may have been a part of a Native American tribe in the region at the time. The coroner says after the skull is returned from the University of Georgia, they're going to work to make sure it gets back to the right tribe. Here's a look now at other stories making headlines tonight. The Johnson County coroner just pleaded not guilty to 14 criminal charges. Michael Pruitt is facing 7 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor and 7 counts of furnishing alcohol to a minor. Court documents say Pruitt texted a 17-year-old about alcohol multiple times while mentoring her in 4-H. A detective says he found photos of Pruitt and the teen drinking together. Pruitt is due back in court in December. We now know the name of a man killed Sunday night on the southwest side. Investigators say 22-year-old Turvon Townsend was shot on Kentucky Avenue near 465. Police detained several people at the scene but later released them. We're now working to learn if officers have identified a possible suspect. Tonight, police confirm roughly 24 pounds of cocaine landed an Indianapolis woman in jail. They say they found it during a traffic stop last night. The 36-year-old suspect now being held behind bars in the Boone County Jail. Now investigators in Morgan County are treating a fire over the weekend as targeted arson. The fire damaged 4 homes. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. It started early Sunday morning along Cardonia Drive in Canby. No word tonight on a motive or who may have started it. New trash cans are starting to show up outside houses in Indianapolis. It's all connected to the city's new trash service, which starts in January. So if you get one of the new bins, you can start using it now, but leave your old one out so it can be taken away. Remember, you can find all the latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.